Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Counselor's Office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are back with This Week in Destiny. I didn't do one last week because I was playing First Descendant, and there was nothing that mattered in the TWAB or Twin, whatever. Anyways, there is some interesting information and a fat nerf that everyone can see from orbit. We just didn't expect it to be this soon. Now, let's just jump into it. Now, just to recap some of what's going to happen. There has been a clarification since the last video. They are going to change it to where they unlock the weekly acts, right? Where you can do all three back to back to back if you want. Not acts, but the week missions in one act. And then you can wait three more weeks or a month, depending on how you play it, which I think is fine. You should be able to play how you want to play. If you want to wait that long, that's fine. New battlegrounds. So my personal thought, the fact that this is not starting until episode 2. Episode 1 seems pretty cooked to me. I will give it a fair shake. I think people using the excuse, well, it's coming off the heels of the final shape, and usually that make they're weaker, I think is a dumb consumer mindset that I can't believe people are tolerating. You can buy an episode and an act separate, or you can buy the episode and the final shape separately. They don't have to be a package deal. Therefore, you should scale the product based on the individual product. We'll see. I'll wait until Act 3 to give a solid review on it. I'm going to give it a fair shake, as always. We are getting some new toys, probably the best 2 new toys of the season. The Juicy Sidearm, which they did show it can get incandescent. Oh, looks so good. And then corrosion, it can also get volt shot. So I'm very interested. I've not really built into and played with heavy burst in endgame, so I'll be very interested to see how that plays out. And then perfect paradox for grapple hunters out there, rejoice. It might slap. And of course, our artifact mods, anti-barrier sniper, which I think is great. Scavenger mod, that's great. Incendiary rounds for snipers, solar fulmination for ignitions, and sniper meditation. This is very obviously focused on still hunt. Listen, if you all didn't think that they knew that still hunt was strong, this is the indicator right here. They knew. Not only that, they really wanted you to use whisper, but still hunt, they absolutely knew still hunt was strong, especially before release. We'll get to that in a minute. Balancing. They're bringing for PvP, they're bringing swarm grenades and threadlings in line. They're buffing Twilight Arsenal and Hammer Soul versus bosses, mini bosses. Armor correction, they're fixing how reserve swapping works, which means if you swap, you lose your reserves. But they are buffing, all types of ammo by 15%, and they're reducing the cost of reserves by 1, which is good. I think that was the biggest limiting factors. Why people were doing it is like, why would I keep reserve mods when they cost so goddamn much? Now you can fit at least 1 into your build and not feel too much of a penalty. Scout rifles, the tech scout rifles are getting a 30% increase in PV, so they're going to hit hard. Reduced flinch for sniper rifles, 50%. That's disgusting. Eons Vow, you didn't think it was going to be better, but it is 67% versus barrier shields. So it's going to be hitting very hard against champions. Remove stat penalties from adept mods. It's about time. Also, here it is. In addition to the updates shared during the live stream, one new update we wanted to mention was a change we're planning for Still Hunt. We'll be reducing Still Hunt's golden gun shot damage when paired with Celestial Nighthawk by 25%. Since launch, we've been monitoring the potency of the exotic, and it felt it needed a slight adjustment. While hunters have the opportunity for a thematic tie-in between Celestial Nighthawk, the Golden Gun, and Still Hunt, this should help reduce the bit of damage disparity between each class and between what should be viable ultimate weapon alternatives. Whisper of the Worm has a bit more opportunity to outshine the special exotic with upcoming artifact perks after these changes. We'll be looking forward. Yeah. Let's get this out of the. They make exotics strong intentionally. This is not like unheard of. They obviously ship this very strong. They had a plan to nerf it from the get-go. They wanted people to buy the DLC. And now that it's starting to fall off, Destiny's falling off. I mean, we could Google Steam charts. Steam charts, Destiny 2, there it is. It's midday. Yeah, it's already fallen off. We used to have consistently like 100. Here it is in June, pretty high. But Destiny's fallen off. So, I mean, now it's time to make those changes. Most people are starting to dip out. So make those nerfs now. But if you didn't think that they buffed and made Still Hunt stronger than it's supposed to be to drive sales, I don't know what to tell you. They were always going to nerf Still Hunt. It was always part of the plan. Bungie does this all the time. They ship things strong intentionally because it drives buzz, it drives excitement, it drives people to buy the product. That's what people did. Now, I knew that and I didn't buy the ornament. I'm going to wait for it to come out free because it's still going to be really good. Even if it isn't like a DPS meta, it might be used for a good rotation, right? Rocket swapping, whatever. It might still be very good to get some chip damage in. But I don't think you'll be solely doing DPS or with it, maybe this season, but numbers will come out. It was always good for burst damage, but overall DPS, people have already checked the numbers. There's better options out there. It's the buzz, it's the hotness, and it's really good for burst. We'll see. People were soloing the Witness or trying to. No, actually, someone did solo the Witness recently, I think last night, with Still Hunt. We will see. So Solstice, I weirdly like it, but I also don't like it. Like, one thing I notice about their images, they always make things shine brighter. They look cleaner than they do in game. Like, this looks really nice, but it's not going to look as clean. Like, even like the glow, a lot of the time the glow will be brighter than what it is in game, and it looks like trash. So I would go more like, look at this versus this, because this is probably what we're really going to get is like some of the unlit aspects. Now, if it's really bright and it shines, this might be some really cool cosmetics. I doubt it. I'm not excited. Most of it is just like race car themed. It's like, the Hunter, all right. It reminds me of D1 armor. Everything else, I might use some aspects of it, but I'm not going to go out of my way to buy this, even with brightness, to be honest. Havoc hardware and crucibles. Just going back, just real quick before we go back. Let's go back to Still Hunt. Let's make something clear. I think the people that wanted this gun nerfed are a bunch of freaking weirdos. Like, absolute. I get it was strong and I knew it was going to get nerfed, but the fact that we weren't even like a month since this gun came out and people were crying about it, wanting it nerfed. Your personality is so Destiny. It's like people who want things in PvE nerfed, like guns that aren't like way out of band. Like, I get well, people felt like they had to run well in order to succeed. We have to have a well lock. You got to do this. You didn't have to run Still Hunt. You didn't have to. Hunters didn't have to. They wanted to. Most people do run Still Hunt because it's fun. But people with their fragile personalities, they're like, no, I'm not a hunter main, so I'm upset that they're doing more damage to me. It's just so weird. It is so weird. It's not even a competitive. I get PvP, people want nerfs, but who are you competing against in a raid? And I don't want to hear, well, people always say use this. That's why you make your own group, you doorknob. And most of these people complaining are like streamers and content creators. Like, GTFO, man, you can literally get anyone in your group and they'll suck your toes because you're playing. They won't give a crap what you use. I just find it weird. Like, I get it if it's been consistently the thing for months, but it's literally barely been a month and we're already asking for the new thing to be nerfed in PvE. It's baffling. This is why I have no respect for the Destiny community, or at least a portion of the Destiny community, is you can't have fun. There's the fun police where they're like, no, you cannot have fun for any marginal time because it's my game and no one else can enjoy it because I want the vision for the game to be the way I want it. Screw the rest of the people. It's just mind-numbingly dumb. I've never played another game where people in the community actively want things nerfed unless it was in a competitive sense. But when it comes to fun, most people like the fun thing. I get it. If it's overly broken, like it's not working as intended, it should be fixed. Like, for instance, being able to hot swap Envious Assassin into Cascade Point on your Edge Transit, that's getting nerfed. We knew that was going to happen. But obviously it's taken some time because it's not overly abusive. It's not overly broken. It needs to be looked at. And like I said, I'm no fool. I knew Still Hunt was getting nerfed. I just thought it was going to be a little bit since then. It's mind-boggling that people actually want PvE nerfs that just don't make any sense. Enjoy, have fun for once in your life. Like how much of how depressing are you to be around that you have to ask for things to be nerfed in PvE right as it ships? Holy crap. Anyways, moving on. Havoc hardware Crucible. By the way, enjoy your Still Hunt. It's going to be still really good this season because with the mods. But next season or next episode, we'll have to see how things turn out. I think it'll still be a good pick. I just don't see it being maybe the dominant choice. And if people are like, well, you have to use Still Hunt in order to do witness DPS, people had to use it day one. That's more of an issue with a boss versus the gun itself. I'm going to say right now, if the only way people were going to do day one is because using Still Hunt, then people weren't, if Still Hunt never exists, people weren't going to be able to beat their witness in the first place. Let's just be honest. It's an issue with the boss that you're talking about. Still Hunt's not required to do anything. Havoc hardware Crucible. So essentially, just to summarize it, because I've been talking a lot, summarize Havoc is the reverse of Mayhem, where it's nothing but special and heavy. Or sorry, ammo crates are just spawning. Yeah, special and heavy. So if you want to be able to play with your shotguns and rockets and whatever, bust out the Warcliffe coil and your best shotgun, Matador, and just go bees knees. This is every sliding hunter Titan's wet dream. And then every floating in the sky warlock who's just wanting to nuke everything from the sky. This is it, baby. Your time to shine. I'm actually interested because it sounds really cool being able to have a lot more heavy uptime, because a lot of time you have a nice heavy that you never get to use. Let's see, Bungie and Rec Room. It's another crossover. They're doing their donations. Honestly, I'm very tempted. If I didn't have to spend $2,000 to get my car fixed, like I would actually donate money for the shader and the ghost. I mean, I don't mind giving money to charity. So there's that. Disable Pride Month. I mean, I honestly lost respect for Bungie when it comes to their Pride months after they started calling Hispanics Latinx. It's Latinos and it's funny. We're not going to go on that, but just know that most of the Hispanic community flipped them off because they don't care. So I don't care about usually their Pride months. They're BS. And then we have the arts. That's neat. What a picture. Even has a butterfly on it. That's pretty neat. Aha! Echoes. I see. Put it in the sand. Nothing's more pointless than echoes than putting it in sand. Because now it both... No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's really cool art. A lot of attention to detail on the Vex over here. A lot of people will probably have no idea what the heck they're looking at, except for the word echoes. That is cool. I will say that that is really neat. Okay, very cool. Gotta have AI girlfriend. Bay is love, Bay is life. That's neat. As mentioned, echoes, AOT entries. All right. We've seen better emblems. Destiny, Discord, and thread updates. There you go. This is how you keep up to date. Player support. Nothing that really stands out outside of this. A lot of new players were upset And it was obvious that they did not think about this change. They shipped it and didn't think about the fact, oh, we're increasing things up to -5, and we have champions and Vanguard ops where it's free to play, and most of these are new players who don't even have a champion mod, and it's been like that for like a month. Genius, Bungie. You're a bunch of freaking geniuses. -5 across the board. What a stupid moron set. All right, and the Transcendent, that doesn't count against Guardian ranks. Oh my god, what a freaking art piece. That's cool. I'm not gonna lie, that is so cool. I like that. A lot of effort went into that art. That's dope. I'm gonna be honest, I wish this was the emblem we got for beating Pantheon. Maybe next year they'll take this and make it like a new Pantheon emblem. Then we have another movie of the week. I don't personally care. That's all we have for this week. This is the final weekend of Iron Banner for a couple of months, so make sure you grab any weapons you've been chasing. I have not touched it, to be honest. Let me know how you've been doing in Iron Banner. Overall, I said what I need to say about Still Hunt. I knew it was coming. I think it's weird that people in the community were so hell-bent on getting a nerf, and rejoice, you get your wish, you freaking weirdo. Low ego. I don't know, it's weird. Go touch grass. Go find love. Something. Jesus. I'm going back to the first Descendant because that community is a lot more bearable than Destiny. The grind is worse, though. Let's not get that wrong. Destiny's grind is you have a better chance of getting a raid weapon first try than you do some mods. But I as you can see, not only am do I have mental issues playing Destiny, but I also have mental issues playing the first Descendant. I'm a masochist because I play Dark Souls games. I have a lot of mental issues apparently based on the games I play. So let me know what your mental issue is. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor. Hit that like button, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more. As always, game out.